look, so but I'm all Asian people left-handed?
Maybe.
Wow, that's crazy.
Maybe shit.
I mean, based off of this test market that we have here,
I feel like older black people don't fuck with being left-handed. Like my grandfather made it a big point to not like the fact that I was left-handed.
My father, my grandmother tried to force him to be right-handed.
No, yeah, my grandfather tried to force me to be right-handed.
In turn, he's ambidextrous.
No, and a lot of people are like that.
Your dad?
I'm telling you, people do that.
My dad.
Yeah, like that shit is like my grandfather used to say I was a witch. He used to be like right is right and left is wrong. Like that's some we grew up because he was African. He was like that is some other shit, and I'm like, bro, I just write like this. Like I cannot write with my right hand at all.
My dad writes with his left hand, but he throws with his right. And like plays sports with his right.
I'm about saying that's another thing. People don't want to teach you either how to do things left-handed. And stuff is more expensive. Like getting a left-handed glove to pitch and stuff like that when I was playing softball was not easy.
You play softball?
Yeah.
We learn something about you every week.
I did a lot of shit, you feel me? That's why I be saying I look like 6-7 lines or whatever, and I'm here.
Hold on. You said pitch. You was a pitcher?
Mm-hmm.
You play softball
or shortstop.
What the? Oh,
why? Because he got a ponytail? You are so just...
man, she came for you. That wasn't me.
I didn't.
That wasn't me.
Wow.
That wasn't me. That was so.
No, I didn't.
That was her.
That was him. But I just know they taste really bad.
Have you ever licked a battery?
Yes.
Definitely.
I feel like, did you really even live if you've never licked a battery?
I've licked a battery, right?
Are you gonna?
This is
you should go home and lick one tonight.
I heard it doesn't turn out too well.
I mean, you're not gonna die,
right?
I mean,
you ain't gonna die though. Just do it.
You never did it before either. Word.
Never. Wow. It's just mad sour. Like
you gotta believe in yourself.
Nah, because someone mentioned it on the pod, a long time ago, like the early stages, and everybody was like, "Yeah, I never like looked at the battery." Everyone said they did, and I was like, "I never did." And the nigga was like, "For real?" And I was like, "Wait." I was like, I'm the weird one because I never licked the battery. I was like, everybody up here, they didn't lick the battery. We had a guest on everything. They was like, yeah, you swoop, I licked the battery. Yeah, like what made you say like I want to lick this battery? Like what
little voice in your head that tells you to throw your phone over the banister at the mall.
Yeah.
But you don't do it.
Yo, so
I've never
or something, an object, something like water bottle, something like.
Nah,
I'm gonna be real. Like
that's the real shit though. Nah, I've had this conversation with other people before. Like the voice that tells you to do some weird shit, and you normally won't do it because common sense will take over. But you'd be like, why did I get the feeling that I want to like throw my phone off of this thing?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like you'll be up
off of this thing,
or you'll be up somewhere high, like, and you'll look for change or something, just to throw something down, just to see how far to go, or I don't know.
Throw your phone, like because I've heard someone say like, if I was walking across the bridge, because you can walk across the Ben Frankie, like they was like, yo, like. I don't know. I just feel like I will fuck around, just throw my phone off the bridge. Like, I don't know.
No, yeah, like you just would have the urge to want to. I don't know.
But why is throwing the phone? Because phones are so important to us,
right?
That motherfuckers go for that. Like my brain says, do some shit that's gonna fuck you up. That's gonna really piss you off. Throw your phone off of this bridge. You'll never be the same. Oh man.
No, that's why I said it's completely different. When you're a kid, like I'm not about to lick a battery at this grown age, but when you're a kid, like I feel like it's just something that's like one of them weird urges to be like, I just want to try this.
I had cousins, they would just dare you to do shit. Yeah. But no, I ain't gonna say recently, but with my oldest son, he never did it before, so he was scared to do it. I'm like, all right, let me. You're not gonna die.
It's a rite of passage in the truth household. Yeah, right. He's like, look,
I feel like it's like covering your hand in glue or like
this battery.
Those dumb things you do when you were a kid.
Open the drawer, son.
Yeah, it's crazy because the only thing that I ever did that was crazy when I was a kid was. Go.
So
I know I've been saying this every week, but I swear I hear that shit, even though there's no sound coming out.
It be like that.
Yeah. Welcome. What episode are we on, Truth?
Man. 154?
I think you're right.
That's cute.
I do think you're right.
I can't believe I made it this far, y'all.
I can.
I love this for us.
You know what I'm saying? I can believe it because, you know what I'm saying? Shit is real. Shit is real.
It seemed accurate.
Yeah. Episode 154 of the
Watch this
podcast. I am Scoop.
Sorry.
Here with the homies. Dre Artist is in the building.
What's going on? How's everybody doing?
That drop was lame.
I mean,
You know, one of the things I love about you, bro, is that you're one of the funniest people that I know in life, right? You're funny as hell, but you be fighting so hard to be serious. this nigga be like, word up. That nigga be like so serious and shit. I'm like, nigga, yo, you are the funniest nigga in the world, man. But yeah, I appreciate it. Let me continue with the intro. My brother Truth ain't never told a lie.
Already.
So the Don Dada.
Hey, y'all. Glory to God. I'm here. I don't know what camera I'm looking at, but we here. Okay. That's good to know.
Be cross-eyed looking at both cameras and shit. Nah.
Listen, I don't even got my bifocals on, so I'm not really looking at anything. I'm just making sure that y'all see me. Y'all see me, right? Okay.
She just knows the cameras are over there. She can't see them, though. They there, though. Oh, man.
I gotta make sure I put my hand up.
Shout out to Mikey McFly. I'm not in the building tonight, man. You know what I'm saying? Miss you, bro. You know, I guess maybe I'll say some things and not have to say pause. I don't know.
We should be able to have a pausable or non-pausable show.
That shit's gonna be real good.
No, I don't know if it get too, if it get too flagrant. I'm gonna have to.
You gonna have to. Like, look, nah.
Because I already
no
know me.
excuses
I'm gonna say some
tonight.
wild shit. I don't even want that for myself.
Now I'm gonna be saying some wild shit.
I'm gonna just be saying just because I can't even say regular shit normally. So y'all, if y'all give me the green light to just be wild, man, I'll regret it later. But in the moment, I'm saying some wild shit. But Dre,
Y'all different.
artist.
what's going on?
What's going on with the artistry? How you been?
I've been good, man. I just dropped a new record. Me and Truth.
Word up.
It's called "Pray to God for Virgil."
Oh
Dropped
my
today.
God. Y'all was praying for Virgil?
Yes.
I love that.
So wow. New record
Yes.
produced by Truth.
Yes. Truth.
Is your producer named Truth?
Yeah.
Truth. Okay.
Yeah.
You know, some people have a different producer names, rap names, and
What's
shit.
your beat tag? Like, what like?
It's literally my son saying it's the truth, and then sometimes I do the a few good men.
You can't handle the
You
truth.
can't handle the truth.
Oh, that's cute. I like that.
So this record just dropped. What can people expect from this record?
It's a good vibe. It's a nice little lo-fi kind of hip hop kind of a vibe. No bass, just smooth, good lyrics. You know what I'm saying? Good topic. You know what I'm saying? Something you can roll. You know what I'm saying? Ride up to. Feel me?
Definitely, and this is on all platforms.
All platforms. Make sure you go and bump that right now.
Yeah, but definitely.
Period.
Definitely.
Right after the podcast, though. Watch the podcast.
Run
Right?
it up.
Yeah. Don't turn this shit off.
Yeah.
Niggas like, nah, it's too late. They already did this shit. He said, do it right now. You're fucking right. That's what's up, man. Yeah, definitely. I heard the record. You know what I mean? Dope record.
What'd you think of it then?
Oh, so you got a sneak
it's
peek.
dope. I think that. I love shit like that in general. Like I love the whole no drums, melodic. I feel like it's very freeing for the rapper.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? For the artist, to be able to kind of like the flows that you can use on something like that. It's you're not confined to the metronome or the drum beat. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's really dope, man. I've heard a lot of great things from you lately. That last album that you dropped, was it the Ain't No More? Yeah. Incredible. Like, I knew that you could rap before that, you know what I'm saying? But when I actually sat there and listened to that album on like a long car ride, I think I was texting you and I was like, yo, this song.
Right.
I was texting you about the songs, like, nah, that's that shit right there.
So were you driving while you were texting and listening to this?
I was at the red light.
Oh, okay.
I was at the red light. I was texting. Thank you.
That was a lot going on.
text me
It's like I was on a long car drive and I was blasting the song and
It's
texting.
all true though. It's all true, and I thought it was really dope. But it definitely made me look at you in a different, in a better light as an artist. As a songwriter, a song creator. So yeah, and then last week when we was here listening to music, like looking forward to seeing what's next from you, man. Keep up the great work. You know what I'm saying, keep writing whatever you smoking, keep smoking it.
Why did it have to go there? Like,
No, I'm saying like whatever you're doing, keep doing it because it may be, part of the fuel.
Oh, the
I'm
weed
saying.
is like helping.
I'm just saying everything.
stuff.
Whatever you're eating, keep eating it.
I can't even lie. Like
If it's
since
ass, eat the ass.
so just keep on with the ham eating.
Yes, if that's what you're doing, don't start it if you ain't started because that might fuck shit up. But if you are eating ass regularly, continue to.
All right,
because
so regular ass eating should be a part of the situation.
If it already is,
if it's already
don't add it to this because it get a little spicy.
So pretty much, if you already eat ass, keep eating ass. But if you don't eat ass until you.
Yeah, please
start the diet if you ain't on.
But when do you start eating ass? When you don't start?
Don't start
Ever.
If you ain't start yet.
It's like if you late, it's like better, but it's like better late than never.
No, I think if you're not already eating ass, you shouldn't partake.
Yeah.
Like if it's not already something you do.
But what if you meet an ass you want to eat?
Then you would have already been eating ass.
You ain't never met
There's a
no
lot
ass?
of ass out there. It's a lot of ass out there.
It's definitely a lot of.
It's a lot of ass out there. You would have already ate some.
Yo, hold on. There's a nigga somewhere, right? And he out and he see a girl, right? He's like, ooh, look at that ass. Like,
I'm just saying,
like God
you
damn.
might just not eat ass because you ain't meet an ass you want to eat. Like, you get what I'm saying?
Like she took her shit off and it was just like, whew. He was like,
Just sit down there.
He said, that's
The waft.
that's delightful.
Hey,
Your back shot wind is delightful.
I'm just asking a question. I mean, so
Let me ask you a question.
what?
How you been, Soul?
I'm doing
What
good.
you been up to?
I was just going to ask me like whatever we were just talking about.
Nah, I wasn't going to ask you about ass eating.
Oh, I was
That's
gonna
inappropriate.
say,
You are a
it
lady.
is. Yeah, don't worry about if anybody's eating my ass.
Oh no, I wasn't going to ask that.
We was gonna ask if you ate somebody.
Oh, hell no. I'm not eating no fucking ass.
Last week you said, I'm going to run the tape back.
You can run the tape back. I said that I never say never. I might be a 60-year-old cougar that might need to get young niggas, and maybe I will eat an ass.
Ooh, that's a great sound.
On an island after a shower.
Yo, maybe I will eat an ass is a great soundbite.
Maybe.
that is going on somebody's album.
Don't you fucking dare.
No, not mine. I don't have an album.
Don't fucking do it. Then cut it out. Cut it out.
Can't cut it out. It grows
Cut it
back.
out before y'all fucking try to turn me into some
Hold on, what movie is
bullshit.
that from?
Yeah.
Can't cut it out. It grow right back. No one knows the movie that's from. Or who said that? Nobody. Jeez, I am. When it comes to certain shit,
What movie though?
it's from The Lion King.
You said sucker shit? Oh.
It's from The Lion King. It's Rafiki, the baboon, said that shit to Simba. He was like, cut it out. He's like, cut it out. It go right back.
No, but yeah. But I'm doing really good. I just, been working. I was being Teresa Mendoza this past weekend for Cinco de Mayo.
Oh, you was a new one. What?
I was Blexican. I remember Dre told us on Thursday about being Blexican, and I reached out to some, Mexican affiliates that I had, and they allowed me to, take on their ethnicity. Yeah, I took on their ethnicity for the weekend.
Teresa.
Teresa Mendoza.
Why are you looking at me? I'm Asian and black, man.
I wait for you to translate the shit.
Me as well, but it be like that. Like you just have to partake in other people's heritage, have some fun.
You saw the. I'm assuming Mexican. I won't put quotes. That's kind of crazy. I'm assuming Mexican person put up a post and was like, "My Juneteenth name is."
I'm for it as long as you don't use something crazy like Teresa Mendoza she's not a real person. Like she's a character from Queen of the South. Have you ever watched that?
My Juneteenth name is Darnell. Been getting paid Williams.
Like that's funny. Like as long as you're not out here like Harriet Tubman or just doing nothing wild. Like okay, that's cool.
Getting paid like on Facebook when people fucking just know their names. Then we had some weird shit.
Cause they be like that.
Darnell been getting paid Williams. Yo,
I would have laughed at that because that's funny. And I accept them for what they are as long as they do it right. Like and I did it up. I did the whole. We had a fiesta. I drank a lot of tequila. Like we went the fuck up for them. Shout out to them.
Hold on, you was drinking. What you drinking tonight?
I know the food was fire.
I'm drinking iced tea for Cinco de Mayo. I drank tequila.
And how's that?
I'm a tequila girl.
How's that different from the Cinco de April or some shit? Like, cause or the Cinco de December. Like you,
because it's not a celebration of their culture. Like the whole weekend, everywhere I went, like I heard like "Yella guta la gasolina," like you know, there's people like there's Hispanic people riding dirt bikes, like 4-wheelers, like they're blasting and shit. Like I feel like I feel like I was in Puerto Rico all weekend.
it's a Mexican
And
holiday.
I know, but the Hispanics, they being together, and that's the problem. See, that's the problem. With black people, we separate ourselves within sectors. You know, y'all coming at us for being
Buckingham and
y'all,
Piggyback.
Don't even
y'all
go there.
coming
Don't
at us
even
for
go there.
being
Don't even go
Asian.
there because it's mad dissension in their ranks. So don't.
No, yeah, I'm just saying though.
He said, "Yo,
We let them
here go
off.
Truth with the
They all
motherfucking
come out.
SAT words.
They all come
It's
out.
dissension in their ranks. I ain't never heard dissension before, ever. But I believe him. I do. His name is Truth. He not lying.
Facts.
I was like, yeah. It's like when Hov say some shit. Hov hit you with a punchline makes no sense. You're like, nah, it makes sense to him.
I'm tapping that microphone right on
As
my
long
phone.
as he know.
Yeah, word. I can Google it.
Not you ask Siri.
I'm using context clues. So you had a great Cinco de Mayo and a 6 de Mayo.
Yeah.
And 7 de Mayo.
Yeah, it was a full just like weekend of just
And now on the 10 de Mayo. What you doing?
who?
10 is 10.
Who is that?
It's well, I'm glad you got drunk all week.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
Truth with an F.
Was good,
What you been up to, bro?
man. It's been a trying week.
Damn.
Okay.
No, nothing bad happened.
Oh, you scared the fuck out of me. I'm like, Jesus. I'm like, Jesus.
No, the mishaps last week with my son.
Yeah.
You know, he got injured at basketball, so
Which is why you weren't here last week.
correct. He's doing good.
You
though.
were missed.
Appreciate
You know what I'm saying? People, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Definitely.
Word, like, motherfuckers like was watching the pod and he was like texting me and shit. It's like, yo, where the cool ass nigga, the pimp nigga?
They ain't give a fuck about me, huh? It's
What happened?
Right?
crazy.
Oh, you was here last week?
Wow.
Yo, shit.
Yo, Scoop is the shadiest,
Nah, nigga.
the shadiest girl.
It's because it seems like you're always here. It seems like you're always
Right.
you're-
I'm gonna just light my blunt.
so true. All right, so that was the trying part.
No. The trying part is mixing this damn music down, man. Like it's the average artist doesn't understand where you're the producer, the writer, the engineer, the mixing engineer, the master. Like it's so much shit, and I'll listen to it one day and I'm like, man, this shit trash. And then I'll come back a day later or 2 days later, like, yo, I did a really good job on this. Like, you know, today is like I did a really good job day. Like I went back and listened to everything I had mixed. I have a whole lot more music than I realized I had before I actually started like wrapping the project up.
So do you have a target number of tracks for the project? Or?
They're already done. I just have to mix them all. But I think it's like, I want to say maybe 12. I don't know. I gotta count them all up. But it's more. I was shooting for like 9, but when I was like mixing everything down and like putting everything together, I realized I had a whole lot more. And then I had a bunch of songs that I had never released before. And I'm like, the vibe is still good.
It's
so
time
let me
for
go
it.
just.
I don't know, Truth. You definitely give me like you would drop like a 30 track album. Like I could just see that.
See, I
30 joints.
I would have 30 joints, but I would space them out. I'll probably do like 3 10-track joints just so I could be ready.
So do we have a target release date for this project at all? Or?
I mean, sooner the better, really. The next step, really, for me, is I'm just gonna start letting people listen to it just to get some feedback. Because what I think sounds dope might not. You know what I'm saying? Like you get so involved in your art sometimes, it's hard to take a step back. But I don't want to get like Dr. Dre-ish and then like never release nothing. You know what I'm saying?
This is your detox.
Yeah, it's not like, no, I wouldn't even say that. It's because like the caring about what people feel about it other than the people that already fuck with me, I don't really care. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you don't already fuck with me, I'm not trying to get more people to fuck with me. I'm just there at that point in my career. Like, I'm making art because I enjoy making art, and there's people that enjoy my art that I make, and that's what I'm doing it for. But it's like I still want
You're a think tank creator. Like, you still want other people's opinion on the art, and they could give you feedback, give you input. They might be able to.
I wanted to sound better and be better than my last project.
No, that's what I'm saying. And the thing is, they can even help you tap into something different with it too. Like, they can say one thing that might be able to change the whole dynamic of a song, or change your thought process on what you want to do.
Right.
Also, I think that's cool.
Also, we were talking about something before the pod, and I don't want to talk about it on the pod because I ain't trying to give everybody the secret sauce, but it's something that I want to share with you as someone that is, it ain't the golden ticket, but this is an idea, thought that I had of something that I was inspired by today, and I think that it would be
getting your CDLs.
What the fuck?
I know you had the brochure earlier. You gonna give it to him?
The CDL brochure is crazy. This nigga looks at me. Living the life of a truck driver, like, shout out to them because we need them in this world, but it ain't for me.
my uncle and my cousin.
Yeah, motherfuckers, they do it. They live that life. That's a lifestyle. That's not just a job.
No, they love that shit.
Yeah,
like,
that's good money.
I couldn't do it.
You can make bread.
Love the roads.
Yeah, I don't love the road. I'm more in love with the destination. I don't really, the getting
You just want to
there.
get there.
If I could just fall asleep and just wake up and I'm there, I'm good. The ride, I'm cool. Nah, I do sometimes think about the idea of flying, either driving to Cali across country and then flying back, or vice versa. Like, you feel me? Like,
definitely.
Like flying one way. I don't want to drive and drive back.
My friend did both. Well, she did the
drive
whole
and drove
trip.
back?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Her and her dog.
If I could drive,
And her dog.
Yes.
You like flying?
I hate flying with a passion.
Yeah.
I got to be severely, already,
Drunk.
Yeah, I got to be gone before.
Wow.
I can't lie. I'll definitely take an edible before I fly.
Yeah, I can't sleep. I can't sleep on a flight. I mean, I'll rest. I'll try to sleep, but typically I won't actually fall asleep on the flight. I guess I'm not that comfortable. You know what I'm saying? And I never flew on a flight that was like that.
Every time I try, it don't work.
Yeah.
Like, I have the only time I'm about to say the only time I have a good sleep is if I take an edible, like, before I go. But if I can't, and I can't even lie, like, longer flights are the worst. Like,
Facts.
One of my homeboys said that he was in Cali and he flew home. Well, flew to Jersey from Cali. And he lives in Cali though. You feel me? But he was flying back here to visit, and he said he ate. It was a brownie, but I think a serving was like a corner of the brownie or some shit like that.
He ate the whole thing,
and he ate the whole brownie. Right?
Nice.
Got on a flight. He said he sat down on the flight. And the next thing he remembers was the lady was waking him up like, yo, we're landing. Mm-hmm. She was like, yo, we're landing. And he woke up and she was like, oh my God, you woke up. She was like, we were so scared because every time they came around with food or some shit, we was like trying to wake you up. And
that was me. That was me. I've done that. Like I said, if I took an edible though.
Hold on. And this is the kicker though. So he got off the plane and his mom was there to pick him up. And his mom, I mean, we grown, so she know, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he smoke and get down or whatever. So she saw him, and she was like, she's an Italian lady. My man, he's Italian and shit, right? She was like, oh my God, you fucking pothead. Look at you couldn't wait till you got back home before you smoked a joint. Look at your eyes. Your eyes are bloodshot. He didn't smoke. You feel me? The nigga ate the brownie, flew home, and then she saw him and his eyes were red as shit. And she was like, you fucking pothead. But yeah, and I know his mom so well, so like I know that's her. Like, she always used to say that to us. We'd be in her crib smoking. But that shit was funny to me. I never took an edible or took nothing. I mean, I had a drink or two before the flight or maybe on the flight.
No, remember, was it him? It was Tech. Remember, we was here and you ate that weed cough drop. You swallowed that weed cough drop and then tried to like cough it up.
Oh yeah, I ate that. What happened that night? I was fucked up. I was fucked up, right?
Like, number one, you took it and then asked what it was. He was like, "Yeah, it's all." You was like, "It tastes like mad weed. I don't want to take it."
And I ate it.
Hey, yo, they did that to me at work one time. Now, like, mind you, I'm the boss. Like, I'm the manager. Motherfucker was like, yo, here, eat this cookie. And I'm like thinking, nigga, I like cookies. I'm thinking,
it's a regular cookie?
I'm thinking it's a regular cookie. As soon as I put it in my mouth, I spit it out. Like, why the fuck would y'all do that? Like,
trying to get you fucked up. Yeah, but I ate this hard candy, whatever it was. And yeah, I barely remember, but I kind of remember.
That might have been episode 100.
Nah, it wasn't. I remember episode 100 clearly, but it wasn't. It probably wasn't that long after that, but
it was around then.
I was fucked up though. I forgot about that shit. Don't remind me about that shit. Hey, Scoop, what did you do over the past week? Oh no, I ain't do shit.
Oh yeah, what you do, Scoop? What you was doing? I mean,
damn,
Who was that voice?
it was y'all.
In unison, huh?
Yeah, it's like
You
I
was
sound
rapping, though.
all together.
You was rapping.
you was doing the Kendrick Lamar.
No, I wasn't rapping at all.
You did rap.
I didn't rap.
You posted it on
That
social media.
Yeah, that rap was from 2 years ago.
Okay, but when did you rap it?
2 years ago. No, on everything. If you watch the video, I say the date in the video. It's my birthday. It was my birthday, and it was. I fucked up because I posted it, and it said at the beginning birthday bars, and everybody was like commenting like "Happy birthday, bro." I'm like, no, this ain't from now. My bad. I didn't think that was gonna confuse everybody. See, what happened was G Willikers and this other boy Quentin James. He'd been here to the pod before. Shout out to homie. They made a post talking about how Nicki Minaj verse on Seeing Green was trash. I don't think that verse was trash. So I went and re-listened to the verse, and then I commented on their post and was like, I forget which one of them posted, but they agreed that it was a trash verse. I think it was Quentin James' post. And I said, I don't think her verse was trash. I just think that she had her verse sandwiched in between two of the dopest rappers. Mm-hmm. And so it was bad for her. Because it was Lil Wayne, her, and Drake. You know what I'm saying? So it was, because they both killed it. Like Wayne and Drake.
It's crazy because if she was talking about that today, is that how they got on that topic? Because she literally was on Twitter saying, she was like, they killed me on Seeing Green.
Nah, it wasn't today.
And
it was yesterday that
oh, okay, yeah. She was talking about that earlier. She was like, they killed me on Seeing Green. She was like, she said the simple fact that Weezy, even when he hopped on muffled and then said something about taking his mask off. Yo, she was saying all of that shit. She was talking about that shit.
Mask off. Let me take the Balenciaga mask off. If you listen to it, you could tell. Mm-hmm.
She was like, they fucking ate me the fuck up. Like she was talking about that.
That's crazy that she mentioned that. Nicki, yeah, Nicki's one of the ones. But yeah, because I like Nicki as a rapper. You know what I'm saying? Like for real. And when I listened to that, I was like, I mean, it wasn't like her best work, but it wasn't trash to me. I listened to, and I felt like she was taking shots at Cardi. She was taking shots at Meg on that verse. You know what I'm saying? On some rapper shit though, like not even on no petty. Like, I don't really care about like the drama shit, but I do like when I hear people. You know what I'm saying? Talk that shit. You know what I'm saying? So I thought the verse was all right, but it reminded me that I had rapped on that beat before. So I was like, I don't know. Because nowadays when motherfuckers put out videos on the gram and shit, they be having the lyrics up on that shit. When I put that shit up 2 years ago, that wasn't really the thing yet. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't have the lyrics up on the screen. So that's what I did. Was I took that old video and, ran it through the app and put the video, the lyrics up and put it back out. And so that's what it was. So I did not rap over the past week. I just put some old shit out. But yeah, I don't know. I've been rewatching Snowfall. Just living life, man.
Sidebar, did you see Kiki shade Lotto?
Kiki,
she shaded Lotto. She was
who's Kiki?
The actress.
Kiki
Palmer.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you saying Kiki? I was like, all right, Kiki Palmer. Okay,
no,
I don't know much about her. I just know her name, but
you don't know nothing about her.
I mean, if you put her picture up in front of me right now, I probably wouldn't even know that was her.
Wow, that's crazy. Wow. That is crazy.
Honestly, I'm not.
That is crazy. You said her name. That's why I was like, Like Kiki. I don't know any other Kiki.
What was she in?
A Killing the Bee, like even from the beginning, she was in mad shit when she was a kid.
What else?
She's on a.
She had her own show back when she was like, what was that called? Victorian something.
She
kids at?
The commercial now. What's the new lemon lime drink?
Starry?
Yeah, she's in the Starry commercial.
And, she was in what's the movie with
she be in all them. I can't even think about it. She was in that new Nope movie. She was in Nope.
Oh.
She was in Nope recently.
Oh.
I just feel like she's in so much stuff that it's hard to like say. Yeah. But long story short, though, she was doing an interview and she was on there with, I can't remember the dude name that had the podcast, and he was asking her like, so you talked to Nicki recently? And she was like, yeah, I was talking on the phone with Nicki. She was like, but I ain't. And then she went like, it was like, how I be talking to y'all, and then she went, I ain't gonna say that, don't. He was like, nah, how you gonna sit here and say like you ain't gonna say something, but then you said you was gonna say it? He was like, nah, say it. She was like, I was gonna say, well, I ain't, I talked to Nicki, but I ain't have to record it. you know. And I was like, everybody was like, ooh, not her throwing shade. Like, no, I know, but that's what I love about her. Like, and it was funny, you could tell it was a joke. You never heard the recording of Lotto had taped her conversation with Nikki, and she tried to put
not knowing shit. I don't know who Keke Palmer is. I don't know about the recording.
No, the recording is back. I said that when we talked about it, back when Lotto and Nikki were going back and forth on Twitter. Lotto tried to put out a recording, was like, I even talked to you on the phone. Like, Lotto had this whole thing, but the actual sound bite, like, Nikki is like, you sound stupid. Like, it doesn't, like, Lotto does look stupid in the sound bite. It was like, why would you put this out? It just makes you look even weirder, like, you know.
Yeah. It just,
so the soundbite pretty much was Mulatto was like, you know, you just being weird, like, you want some weird shit, like, you want some hater shit, like, you don't like me. And Nikki was like, well, what did I do? And she just was like, you know, you was just like doing it, like, you was just doing it, like, you was like, and she was like, da-da-da-da. She was like, and you don't even know, like, and she was like, you, and Lotto said something to her, like, and you don't even understand what I'm saying. Nikki was like, you don't even understand what you're saying. You don't. She's like, you've been talking in circles. Like, you don't even. And that's the soundbite. And it's just funny because she taped Nicki Minaj, and Nicki didn't even know she was being recorded. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was just funny for Keke to be like, yeah, I had plenty of phone conversation with Nicki. She was like, but I ain't recording now. Like, you know, just being shady. I was like, wow, not her being shady, but
I really wish that Lotto and Nicki were cool. Personally, I wish they were cool. I mean, just because. I mean, honestly,
aesthetic wise, I would love to see a visual of both of them.
Yeah, I mean,
they're both beautiful.
Yeah, aesthetic would be cool, but
they both have a good sound. You know, 21. I feel like 21 is writing for Lotto. That new shit that just dropped, it sound like 21.
No,
that's her boo. Y'all, you don't see the report.
But she's a better rapper than 21 Savage. Like, you feel me? Like, Lotto can really rap.
No, she can.
She's a better rapper.
But I like the sound that she has on that new song, and it definitely sounds like 21.
I think so. I mean,
I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with it.
And that's no shade to 21. There's no shade to 21. I don't want to do that.
I'm not discrediting her, but what I'm saying is her voice on that sound on something that 21 wrote. Yeah. It's very good. You get what I mean? It's just like when Sierra and Future. Future wasn't good for her as a nigga, but he definitely wrote her a good ass song and she sounded good on it.
Sierra's a singer. It's different. Like, we talking about a rapper.
Okay, Megan Thee Stallion. I know that there's songs that Partisan Fontaine has written for her. She's amazing. I think Megan Thee Stallion, out of the new class of women rappers, she was one of the fucking best to come out the gate, rap wise. Yeah. Music wise, Tina Snow, all of that. Okay. But at the same time, you could tell that he's written songs for her. You get what I mean? I'm not discrediting nobody. I'm just saying, like, that new shit that she got, I feel like 21, he had a hand in writing it, and it sounds fucking incredible.
Yeah. I just think that both her and Nicki are both really good rappers. I really don't, you know what I'm saying, because it's classes of rappers in general, like categories of rappers, right? There's real rappers, and you know, because I don't want to make it specific to women rappers, like I'm saying. It's like, but some rappers are, you know, classical rappers, like that write they shit and can stand here in front of us right now and spit a verse, like, you know what I'm saying? And then there's some rappers where you got to get them in the studio and they got to concoct this song, and it can still come out good and it can still be dope in its own right, but I just don't compare them to each other, you feel what I'm saying? And now Nicki and Lotto, I feel like, are the same type of rapper, as is Megan Thee Stallion.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
The same kind of rapper. So they're both.
He's not saying that she's on the same caliber as Nicki, but they're the same type of artists.
Yeah, I feel like they're both, you know, rappers. They both rappers. They're really, really rappers. Like, they both can go on.
Yeah, don't take that from her.
Like, for example, like, all right, I mean, Nicki hasn't done this. I mean, I can't really think of ever, but I know she could. I think maybe her time period of an artist is like doesn't match up with this. Cause I've never seen Nicki do a freestyle. Like, I've never seen her like go on the radio or not and rap. I can't think of a time when she. I know she can.
That's how she came out.
I've never seen it.
She did come up DVDs and all that. That's how she even got a name.
I've seen her do the acapella next to Fendi on the stairs.
No, it's not just that. That's what I mean. Like, she had running years on different on being on the radio. Like, you can go back and listen to it.
All I said was I never saw it.
No, I know. I'm just saying that it happened.
But my point was, I think she can do it. I just never seen it. So I'm saying she's the same as, you know, she's in that class. But I'm saying, like, there's some rappers that have, you know, I don't think can do that, or we've never seen do that. You know, I was comparing to Lotto because I've seen Lotto do that, and I believe Nicki can. I just have never seen it. You feel me? I'm not saying that it never happened. I never saw it. Megan too, you know, has done like, you know, freestyles and shit like that, and those to me are people that put verses together. Like, you feel me? Like, they put verses together and they'll give you that shit. But like, you never see. You know, anyway, I don't want to say who you never see, because you know what I'm saying? Because people be taking it as a diss, man. My fucking
no, that's what I'm saying. I'm not dissing nobody by saying that I feel like 21 wrote her newest. It sounded like his flow and cadence. He helped her write it. I just think that it sounded good. It's just like there's people who link up and that are couples and they have to get influenced by the person that they're with. It doesn't mean that they're. Jay-Z has written raps for Beyonce. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's cute for me.
But
like,
see, that's different.
You keep saying it because they're singers, but okay.
No, not because they're singers. Because there are singers that write all their own shit. Beyonce's not one of those singers.
Well, even when Nicki and Meek were together, you could definitely tell that he influenced some of her music. Like, she was making rap songs that sounded like Meek songs.
So he wrote it for her?
I wouldn't say he wrote it for her.
You won't say that though, right?
I said it sounded like he wrote it for her, but I wasn't saying that he literally did. It's speculation.
But what about Megan and Partisan Fontaine? He wrote that shit for her?
He's on writer credits.
Okay, and then 21 and Lotto, he wrote that shit for
I didn't look up no credits because it's a freestyle.
I'm just saying. I'm not saying
I wasn't
nobody wrote
saying
for
that
nobody.
he literally sat and wrote the whole shit for her, but what I'm saying is that sounds like 21's flows. It sounds like him.
Because influence is different than writing. So it's one thing.
Yeah, but if you dating somebody, if me and you, like, if you're dating somebody and you and that person go in the studio and they're artists as well, and y'all sit and collaborate on something, especially as a woman and it's a dude, it's just like even just dating on a lower level, you taking your man's lingo on, now you might start speaking like him or doing the things he says. I'm not saying that it's him literally saying rap this, like, but I feel like it's definitely a collaboration at that point. Like, you're definitely sitting down and you're taking on some of his mannerisms and his flows and stuff, and there's nothing wrong with that.
I just don't be liking to assume that shit personally, only because it's a stigma. You see, you're a woman.
I said it sounded like,
and it's fine. You're a woman, but me as a man, right? I feel like it's a stigma that's on female rappers, right? That somebody's writing for them, like, all the time. Like, it's all the time. And
I didn't say all the time for her, though.
Not you. I'm not saying
no.
I'm saying in general. I'm just saying in general. So no, and you're a woman, so I feel like you saying it is not going to have the same effect as if I say it. Because if I say it as a man, it's almost like I'm being sexist. Like women, you can't write for yourself, but niggas can. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
that's not the case. But I'm just saying, I feel like if you played it, like, it just depends on how you hear it. It's like, okay, it does sound kind of like. So I look at it from that type of standpoint. It does kind of bleed
into one of our topics, though.
It does.
It bleeds into one. It bleeds into one of our topics because
it bleeds, huh?
Jack Harlow, right?
I heard you say that you loved his album.
I ain't say love, but I do like it. I do like his album. So Jack Harlow, right? He got a new album that came out. It's called Jackman. It's so funny because you sent us the artwork and we was talking about the
Did
album.
it make you want to go outside with your shirt off?
Yes, a little bit.
Okay.
A little bit. Now, I do enjoy the album because Jack Harlow, I've mentioned on the pod before, like, his music, his last album kind of, it didn't sound like it was for me. You know what I'm saying? Like I felt like he can rap. I always thought Jack Harlow can rap. When I hear him spit bars, he's witty. He got some punchlines. He got some, some lines. But the songs that he chose to make were typically songs that sound like a girl would like, because he was, Jack. I called him a sex symbol on the show, and niggas, try to kill me and shit. But I'm just saying,
he's lovable. He's a lover boy.
Chicks fuck with him. I'm saying historically more than niggas fuck with Jack Harlow. So, but then he put out the album cover with his shirt off and shit, and he was like, it looked like he was in the hood somewhere, less favorable, and that made me feel like this album wasn't going to be for the girls.
It gave you gritty.
You know what I'm saying? And it was, and it's funny, but yeah, that's how it looked. The album still doesn't sound gritty. Jack Harlow's not gritty. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's not gritty, but he did rap. Like, he did rap, tell his story. The beat selection was a little bit better, a little bit more my speed. The songs were like stories and, punchlines and, shit like that. And I was like, oh, all right, so I fuck with it. But he had a particular punchline on, I forget what record it is, but it's the same record that he got a video out. I think it's They Don't Love It. I think it's what it's called. And he said, the hardest white boy since the one that was vomiting on sweaters. Something to that degree, right? He's the hardest white boy since the one that's vomiting on sweaters, and we all know who the white boy that's vomiting on sweaters is, right? Right? Eminem. For those that don't know, but anybody watching this shit, I'm pretty sure you know. So he said that on the record, and it kind of caused a little bit of a controversy. I saw because as soon as the album came out, I listened to the album like the day after it came out, and I heard that line. Didn't really mean much to me. I was like, all right, cool.
So
whatever.
what did like all the other white rappers come out and get mad, like
Yes.
Bubba Sparks and all them?
So Millie's, you know what Millie's
I love
is?
it, Sparks.
Bubba Sparks. You know what Millie's is, right? Millie's? No? You know
Sparks
Millie's?
is dope.
You know what Millie's is? Millie's?
No, he is. I'm just saying, like who
You know what Millie's?
who are these people? Is it Paul Wall and them? Like
Reaching.
Jack Harlow not hard. Pause. Jack Harlow not hard. You feel me? They would say that.
But what classifies him as not hard? Like he was on the album cover, no shirt. Y'all said that he was good in the hood. Y'all said the nigga grew up in a struggle. So what?
I don't know anything about Jack Harlow.
I'm just saying,
But
like
I know, I'm like, for me, he could be a dope rapper. I'm not gonna listen to it because I know that there's no insight that you can give me. If you can rap your ass off, I'm cool on your perspective. I couldn't really give a fuck.
So what did he do that told you that?
I looked at him.
So by the way he looks.
no, it's the question. No, but I
at
started
it.
laughing before the question even was finished. He said, "What made you feel
for real? Because
that way?"
he do got this. It's a song that's on like TikTok or something right now that's buzzing, and it's where he's rapping about talking to these two girls, and one's a stripper, whatever. And I'm like, all right, you can rap or whatever. But he just comes across
That's
to me
with
as
somebody.
it's like mad. It's like mad industry people and athletes that I know for sure never got hoes before they got money. And like that's his whole air to me is I'm cool as fuck now because I got bread. But before this, nobody gave a fuck about you. And like that's what I like what I'm saying, like you don't really have a real perspective because like that's all you really rap about is being a cool rapper and being on top of the rap game. But like, what are you actually really saying? And you're not, you aren't saying anything to me. Like, I feel like he's a good rapper.
You
but
don't think it's different because he white? Because he probably still got white hoes.
no, because I fuck with, like he said, I fuck with Paul Wall, I fuck with Eminem, I fuck with Millie.
You don't think he was getting white hoes?
No.
Okay.
No, because you lame before you had the money.
No, I
Just
get
like
that,
you
but I
lame
feel like
with money now.
their like stature and
from
standards
Kentucky.
and stuff is all different, like on their end,
He from Kentucky, but then he
in
moved
their culture
to
from
Georgia.
my professional standpoint,
Okay.
I know somebody who don't.
He
get
was paying
bitches,
for pussy before.
Not even.
He just didn't have any
He didn't
money.
even have money.
Okay. No, I get
He
it.
was
Like
fake.
he wanted to pay for pussy, he
wanted
just
to.
couldn't.
Yeah.
Okay.
he was you know,
I mean, I could see that for him. He definitely kind of gives me that.
yo, it's funny though because like
I mean, sorry, Jack Harlow. I think you're very cool.
But Drake is the same way to me.
No, yeah, Drake is
Drake
definitely
the
a
same way.
trick.
You didn't have
A sim trick.
no prospects before you got bread.
I
but
still
you
That's
don't
why
listen
you
to
willing.
Drake, though, right?
I listen to Drake.
Oh,
Yeah. I will listen to. I'll tell you. I listen to the one with 21 the most.
So Drake is.
Somebody before he became a rapper.
Yeah, but he was on TV
He
and
was
he played a
corny,
cornball
though.
on TV.
He's still
always
corny
been a
to me. Like,
cornball.
he
He's
lives on the
cornball.
cob. I don't
but
know.
And this is why
He lives in the cob in my
him,
eyes, but he
Jordan
can
Poole,
rap.
Like this, why these guys will spend hundreds of thousands of dollars to get one John. Like it's cool that you got the money,
Yeah.
but it's a whole method to it. Like if she trying to get the money out of you, like you really just a trick at that point.
No, that's what I said. Them
Like
niggas be
she's
tricks.
looking for the bag, and
Them
you
niggas
have the
be
bags.
tricks. But to me, I'm
I
gonna be
just-
honest though. My thing is, if you up on the gram with the money phone and that's all you advertise is the money, don't be mad when bitches want it.
How you feel about Jack Harlow?
If you leave with money, can't be mad.
I mean,
I don't listen to him.
you never have.
Wow, y'all really gonna do Jack like that?
I'm not doing him like nothing. I just don't listen to his. He's not the type of artist that I listen to.
Y'all just really gonna do my boy like that?
So it's
I
funny.
mean, I've heard him.
I'm not gonna lie. I didn't even listen to the album.
Yeah, look.
So
But
don't-
Truth said a couple of things that
don't let me
I
trip you
found.
up, but-
They weren't surprising, but it was interesting. You know, when I think about my perspective, because you know, I guess I can relate to Jack Harlow. I guess not the whole like not getting no whole shit, but
oh wow, what was so relatable? Like he was talking about being at the courts and stuff.
nah. What I'm saying is, according to Truth's perspective, because I feel like a lot of people don't fuck with Jack Harlow. A lot of niggas don't fuck with Jack Harlow and rappers like him because they don't think that he's cool, right? And it's like I guess there's levels to cool. Like there's different things that make you cool. You can do certain things, but it's like the only thing that he does that's quote unquote cool is rap. Right? Like there's nothing else outside of rapping that he does is cool. And I feel like that was me. Like I was a rapper that wasn't known for anything in the streets. I wasn't known for, really nothing. Mm-hmm. Like anybody that knows me, I'm pretty well known like locally, right? Like I go outside, people know me and shit, but they know me for rapping and this, which I do this because I was rapping. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it all. And so I guess that's like, I wasn't known like getting no money or like, you know what I mean? Like being super gangster or none of that shit.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
like that.
And that's me being honest. Like, so like I guess that's kind of
you see yourself
part
in him.
of. I mean, I don't see myself necessarily in him, but being cool isn't necessarily something. Yeah, it's crazy. Being cool,
I mean, he already was in him. It's too late. You can't wait 10 seconds after he was already in him to
being
say
cool
pause.
is not something that is a necessity for me to listen to a rapper.
Yeah.
Like there's certain, like I don't want to be like Jack Harlow. I mean, he's younger than me anyway, so it's kind of a different. But even like there's other rappers that like coming up, like all right, like Jim Jones' argument about Pusha T. Mm-hmm. He was like, niggas in my hood, ain't nobody want to be him. He can't be top 50. Nobody wanted to be him. And it's like, well, all right, but what about his music? What about his raps? Like y'all didn't like them? Mm-hmm. You don't think they were creative? You don't think that he was nice? And even if you didn't particularly, he's from Virginia. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all from Harlem. You know what I'm saying? Like, different regions, perhaps.
I'm about to say that's also being closed-minded because you travel to other places and there's songs that you, like, even me going from up north to down south being young, you go down south and they don't play half the shit that we play up north. And it's a totally different world down there.
Well,
so
where
it's
you
like,
from even? Like, you know
that's what I'm saying.
Region.
Like, you just never know.
But see, it's like, all right, so I don't know. Like, me personally, it's so many rappers who, I won't say so many, but there's quite a few who I think are dope. And I've been a fan of their music, but I don't think they're cool. Like I never wanted to hang out with them.
Yeah.
And I mentioned this on the podcast.
We talked. I'm about to say. I feel like we already had this conversation.
But we didn't really have it because no one could come up with artists. I was like, yo, who's an artist that you think is dope, but you don't think they're cool or some shit like that? And niggas is like, damn, it's crazy. I really can't think of nobody. You know what I'm saying? Because most of the rappers that we do like, we think they're cool. That's part of the reason why we like them. But I can think of a prime example.
No, like my goal, I'm gonna be honest. Like I don't think I would want to like hang out with a couple people that I look up to, and in regards to music. I'm gonna be honest, and I was about to say it, but honestly, I'm not. I'm not gonna say it because I admire them so much, and if I got the opportunity, I would actually still be around them, even though I don't think I would enjoy it, just because they're the GOAT. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like,
but even beyond the GOATs, though, just rappers that we think are good, like Kanye, for example. Kanye was never cool. He was never cool, ever. Even before all the statements and the shit, the controversial shit, when he was a new rapper, he was not cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? But he's good, and he got accepted by the coolest niggas. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, there's definitely a couple of rappers, too, that kind of scare me a little bit, too. Like, I might like their music, but I would be around them and be like, I don't know.
I don't know. Again, that's regional because when we was coming up, like, I went to a performing arts school, so I knew mad niggas that was like Kanye before Kanye really dropped. Like, mad niggas that was backpack rappers. Like, we rolled the niggas just rapped all day. So when a nigga like Kanye, like, I literally had a homie in high school, like 10th, 11th grade, the nigga had Coogee and shit, like, and people used to clown him until, you know, a nigga like Kanye came out. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, like, because motherfuckers didn't understand the vision. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was like the late 90s, early 2000s. So when something like that comes out, like it like that might not have been hitting where you was at, but where we was from, like, but again, that's still the Midwest though. So that Midwest aesthetic,
Chicago,
you know what I'm saying?
But see, all right, Kanye, he had a fashion sense. No one ever. I mean, even though he dressed different than like the streets or whatever, like, you know, he definitely had fashion sense. But I'm just saying, as an individual, like I'm saying, like the things he was interested in, the way he talked, the way that, like,
I was about to say shit.
He wasn't known for nothing else besides making music.
I was a fucking loser for half of my life.
So whereas you get somebody like Hove or Cam or E40, right? Or, I mean, you know, the list goes on. It's like rappers that just, they're like superheroes almost. You know what I'm saying? Like, they just happen to rap, but they're also, you know, we know their story, and their story is so dope. It's like, damn, you went through that, you did this, you was in a shootout over here, or you was, you know what I'm saying, you sold this many bricks, like that shit, you know. And I'm, like I said, I fuck with these niggas too, but I also can look at a rapper and be like, he could just really rap really good, and I enjoy that. Now the flip side is there are some niggas who I listen to and be like, he raps really good, but it just ain't for me too. Like, you know what I'm saying? So again, it's all
so this all loops back
subjective.
So this all loops back to you really just being in touch with Jack Harlow while listening to this album.
I like the album. Did
you relate
now the topic was because he said the hardest white boy since the one vomit on sweaters, right?
So do you believe that?
No. I don't.
How do you feel about that statement?
I think it's cool because I feel like as rappers, you know, if somebody's on a song and they say like I'm the best, then
You
supposed
seen
to feel that way.
MGK?
That's what I was getting there.
Yeah,
I kind of like when people do that. Just like remember when Jacquees came out and was like, "I'm the king of R&B" or some shit, and everybody was like, "Who the fuck do you think you are?" Like, you know, I got a lot of niggas out singing. Like everybody else was online trying to get their EAs out, and I was like, he brought the niggas out. You feel me?
MGK had a nice little freestyle verse, and I don't even fuck with him either. But
That's after he was drinking blood and stuff. Now all of a sudden he can rap.
He was able to rap. It's just
he like took offense to what Jack Harlow was saying, and then bust out a freestyle.
Okay, I like that.
he just came out. He just came back real quick. He just did
Because he was like, hold on, bro. I've been battling, trying to get Eminem's attention for years now. You can't just come in here and bump me out the way. Like,
Yeah.
But then I also heard Eminem verse, and I was like, yeah, that's not it.
Wait, what you talking about?
It was like a little montage of like all the people Jack Harlow had offended. And so it was like, you know, whatever response they had to him. Or
And had a response?
No, but it was like it was like a recent Eminem freestyle, and it was like,
Are y'all
yeah.
scared that people like that might start doing AI raps, like having AI write
When he
raps
said that,
for
when he
them?
said, my mind went right there too.
I ain't gonna lie. Like, think about if AI wrote that fucking rap for him and he just wrote that shit down and just re-recorded it. You get what I'm saying? And just ran with it.
It could have been, but MGK. So MGK has had a resurgence. I'm saying, so before this latest freestyle where he took a shot at Jack, he did a freestyle with Corday.
I love Corday.
Yeah, Corday and MGK, because the ill shit, it's like a new I don't want to call it a show, but whatever he's doing, it's like, it seems like he's at his crib and they're on like a deck or like a back porch or some shit, and they're rapping on a microphone, like a performance mic, but it's recording it, so the sound quality is like studio.
So like how LaRussell be doing.
Kind of like LaRussell. Yes. Same type of vibe. And he's, but with no crowd. Like I'm saying, they're just doing it like with the camera type shit. And he did one with Corday, which was dope. They both rap. And then he did this new one where he rapped over the Renegade beat, which is, you know, Eminem and Hove. And he spit, and he had a line where he said something about Jack, man. He said, give Drake his style back, man.
Yeah.
Something along those lines. Which is why, you know, which is, you know, so I felt like.
So the album was giving Drake?
Not this album to me.
Okay.
However, his first album, that was the first thing I thought about. When I heard his first album, I was like, he can rap, but you could tell that he likes Drake a lot, right? The second album, Drake was on that album.
So is it influence or?
Definitely influence. I feel like Jack Harlow. All right, I feel like every rapper is influenced somehow. Anybody that's not a pioneer of this genre
was Drake on the album? The first one,
the second album he was on.
Okay.
The song we listened to the song. I think we were sharing it in the.
But you know,
no, I said was he on the first one?
A while ago, that's what a executive told me. He was like, if you can't sum yourself up with like two other artists, it's going to be hard for a record company to understand where you're coming from. You got to be like, oh, I'm a mix between this person and this person.
Because that's everybody's going to always box you into something.
Yeah. But I feel like if you study a person's lyric, if you're a very well versed student of hip hop music, rap music, and you listen to somebody, you can probably tell a couple artists that they fuck with. You know what I'm saying? Now again, they might be fucking with some artists that you don't know, so you gotta be very well rounded.
Yeah, subconsciously you're gonna pick up stuff from the people that you admire the most.
I feel like when Jack Harlow, looking at him at his age, like what is he, like 23, 24 or some shit like that? Like he's young. Yeah. Right? So if he's 24 and Drake is like what, 35? Right? Drake is probably his GOAT. Like, you know what I'm saying? To these guys that are that
yeah.
age group, like, you know what I'm saying? If you look at, all right, so 10 years ago, Jack Harlow was 14. You know what I'm
Either
saying?
his
10
GOAT
years
or he
ago
didn't know who he was.
25 sitting knowing 25 mil.
Right,
You know what I'm saying? That's 10 years ago. Jack's 14. Imagine being 14 and that's what's out. You know, we already had our goats and shit.
That's what I said. Either his GOAT or he just barely knew who he was. That's another thing with that generation.
What you mean?
They either barely know who half these people are or they're their GOATs.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that Jack Harlow's GOAT is Drake. I mean, only because I can hear it so much in his raps.
Yeah.
I can hear like the vocal
the
inflection.
aesthetic, everything is he's the white Drake.
Yeah.
He's the white Drake. It's easier. We talked about this before.
So he's the
pod.
vanilla Nella Drake.
Easier for consumption.
Diet mayonnaise, Drake.
Yeah, diet mayonnaise. Yeah.
Yo, not diet mayonnaise. What the fuck?
It was. I'm sorry.
Yeah. But that's what it is. It's okay if Drake, you're doing a little too much. Rapping with 21 and Future. You've gone over
Too
to
many
the dark
cornrows.
side. Yeah, we need to reinvent somebody to be your equivalent, but that we can control more to process down. Because we know our kids are going to listen to rap. We just have to create a rap lane that we're accepting that they can digest.
And the money got to go into, clear pockets.
Clear pockets. Not like the clear bags they make you carry into the stadium. This is clear pockets. Yo, yeah. So all right. So Jack Harlow and MGK.
That's cute. I'm gonna give it a listen. Y'all said that.
Do you think that Jack Harlow's going to respond to MGK?
He should.
Yeah.
If he's smart, his PR reps or whoever
his
they
first
are,
joint.
don't put out no music and say you the hardest since whoever,
Listen,
and then
I don't know.
not
I'm
clap
telling
back.
you, that MGK, that shit was hard.
He's rapping.
Yeah, he's really rapping.
He's
Yeah, like I actually heard whatever. You got to respond to that. You can't just let that.
No, that's what I'm
On
saying.
the Renegade beat too, but that's what it felt like to me. Was like, hold on, bro. Like I am next in line behind Eminem.
Yeah.
Me and Eminem are gonna battle, and then whoever wins, then you might be able to.
My man did that with painted nails too. He said,
That's why I said he was just with Megan Fox.
No, it ain't
drinking
just with. That's
drinking
his.
blood
That's
and
his
stuff.
John. Yeah,
They not together no
They
more.
not.
Nah.
Last time I knew. they was
I
together.
thought they broke up.
They
or something.
broke up. They had some crazy stuff
My man
happen.
did that shit with painted nails too.
My man got a
You
petty.
go that nigga with painted nails, dish you, nigga.
I got press on.
But see, hold on. I
Fight
don't know.
back, Jack.
Because I don't know, some niggas just paint their nails now. Snoop Dogg got painted nails, and Bishop Don Magic Juan got painted
Yeah,
nails.
two.
Snoop painted his nails?
It's either some pimp shit or some
It's
hoe
some pimp.
shit.
it's-
Wait, Snoop painted
It's either some pimp shit or some hoe shit.
I never seen that.
Snoop always has his nails like mine
I never seen it painted
on the
nails.
pinky,
Yeah, I never seen it.
even with the point and everything.
Yeah, but I mean, the way MGK
They wear
doing it
pink
is a little
curls. They wear pink curls and all that.
Yeah, that's the whole rock star. That rock.
I feel like what's his name is the worst one though. What's his name? Auntie Trinidad. He be ODing.
different. Auntie Trinidad.
Auntie Trinidad James.
Oh, Trinidad James. Oh. It's just-
That nigga be having French rolls
yeah,
and
he-
everything. Like that nigga, he be having all the styles my grandmama and her girls used to have.
Yo, I haven't seen him in a minute, but I know like he still be like,
No, he be out. He be
yeah,
out
he
Yes.
getting money still apparently.
from somewhere.
Something he doing something. He pimping.
No, don't believe him. Just watch. He be having the French
Don't believe me,
rolls. His
just watch.
nails be laid. His perm be laid. Yeah.
Gold all on my chain.
Hey.
Gold all on my watch. Is that how it goes? I don't even know.
I don't know. Don't believe me.
Alright.
Just watch some shit like that.
It's a,
That was
yo.
my joint too. Man.
It was. That song was like hard as hell.
And then, and,
I had no goal. When I saw it.
it made me feel like I did.
Hey.
Yo.
That nigga was like gold all on my. Oh damn.
Yeah, I think by that point, I definitely sold a lot of my gold back to Cash for Gold. They really fucking got us with that scheme.
What?
That was one scheme where they really got us as Americans when they told us to sell our fucking gold back to them, to motherfuckers, and I definitely did it.
Oh, the gold.
Cash for
stores,
Gold, like
Cash for
yeah, out
Gold.
of nowhere, like Cash for Gold popped up. I think I was probably like 17.
They ain't even got them shits no more, huh?
Because where's the gold?
Where to go?
It's a couple joints. It's a couple
She said,
joints.
"Where's the
left.
cash?"
Hey, let them give us our reparations.
No, that's what I'm saying. We need our gold back. Like I wish I still had my gold because right now gold is what you really need to have.
Cash
But
for Gold.
I'm just thinking about it. Like he talking about he ain't no gold. I'm like, damn, I ain't no gold either because I sold all the shit back to Cash for Gold by that point. They had just opened up one in
totally
Burlington
forgot about that
Center.
era.
I was
forgot
like,
about the Cash
okay,
for
let
Gold
me
era.
go see what they giving.
That's crazy.
I wonder if
Yeah.
that's the same niggas behind We Buy Houses.
Yeah, and we buy cars. We buy lemons.
Them signs be shaky. I don't know if I want to call them talking about we buy houses.
And then it'll just say we buy houses with $3 signs. Like what the fuck?
Three Suburbans pop up and stuff like that. Everybody come out with hoodies and suitcases and stuff. Like, nah, I'm cool.
Nah, that's the same.
How do I know this is your house?
That's the same niggas that was calling you about your car warranty expiring and shit.
Oh my God, that's the worst.
And it's the same niggas that's cleaning your sneakers in the mall.
Yo, and then when you're a business owner, like it's somebody that calls me every day, like your Google listing.
I'm walking through the mall one time. I promise you, this is the first time I had ever wore these J's, and niggas still was trying to clean them. I'm like, bro, I literally
They
took
don't
these out
play.
the box
You
today.
can walk out there with flip flops and no socks, bro. Let me clean them toes, bro. Like they on you, yo. They don't care if you got it on your feet. They want to clean
They
it.
want to clean it. I'm like, nigga, I literally just put these on out the store.
I mean, but that's all there. If you ever think about it, if anybody at a mall kiosk, they all have the same sales tactic. Even, I mean, y'all not women, but it be the people with the fucking lotion. You get what I'm saying? It be the niggas with the fucking flat irons. They want to flat iron your hair, or they got the clip on fucking ponytails that look crazy as shit, and one of them is wearing it. And they're like, oh, come on over, get this fucking clip on ponytail. You're like,
used
That's
to,
a thing at the mall.
I used to work at T-Mobile at the mall.
They harass the fuck out. Like it's like it's like when they hire you. It's like when they hire you. They're like, "Do you like to fucking harass people?" They're like, "Yes." You're like,
You
"You're
were the T-Mobile, it was a
hired.
kiosk?
You're fucking hired."
Yeah,
That's different though.
moving them thing, boy.
No, but that's different. But these people, I'm talking about at the kiosks that are not like.
Truth is out there recruiting.
It's like
Hey,
somebody
no, but what's-
family
all
on
right,
that
so-
kiosk,
so
and they
keep
got
it-
people
so
out
keep it all the way
there.
100, right? All right, so one day I'm at work, and it's this lady, and she famous. Her name Robin Swoboda. She famous for being on TV. On the news, she was a news lady
Anchor.
for a while, but then she had a baby and she left. But then after she raised her kids or whatever, she came back on TV. So I'm at the mall one day and I'm like, "Yo, ain't you?" And she stopped me. She was like, "Don't say nothing," because she was trying to, be low key. Boy, don't you know I sat there and flirted with her? Like, and I used to watch the news when I was young just to be like, "Damn, you look good as hell." Like, flirted with this lady for like 20 minutes. Like, she like, "All right, let me go for my husband be mad at me flirting with your young ass." Like,
I was waiting for the punchline. I'm
Yeah.
like, hold on.
no, but it like really was her. It was it was her.
What's her name?
Her name is Robin Swoboda.
Oh, but this was
This in Ohio. I mean, I'm sure if you Google her, she's gonna come up.
I was wondering if I heard of her or some shit.
Yeah, no, this is in Ohio. But that was not.
You never heard of Kiki Palmer, but you heard of her.
I didn't say I never heard of her.
Yo, this nigga is wild. This nigga is wild as hell. He said, "Oh, I thought I might have known her." Nigga, shut up.
I was-
Shut up. Just saying anything at this point. Nigga just chatting.
So don't do that to me, yo. All right. Yo, so Joe Budden seemed to be going to war with everybody.
Everybody.
He gotta pump it up.
Yeah.
Yo,
Hey, yo. So who was the last person? Cam.
Gilly was the last.
Well, no, I'm talking about that we talked about.
okay.
It was him and Cam.
It's
and,
hot in here.
And now it's hot in her.
It's definitely getting Nelly.
Here, just drink some.
No.
Not.
Not a
Can
favorite.
cool you
No, my
down.
iced tea is actually going.
You need some more. You need some more.
No, I actually need water.
Off camera, we just give you some iced tea back.
No,
here.
I need water and M&Ms.
Here you go. So Joe Budden. All right, let me reverse it a little bit. So
You got Eminem stash in there?
I saw who was it? Charlemagne. See, Charlemagne. Got some names on y'all. Charlemagne was on $1 Million Worth of Game podcast with Gillian Wallow, and this was shortly after the list came out of the most, I don't know if it was influential hip hop personalities, media, some shit where Joe Budden got number one. Like Joe Budden got number one on some list of hip hop media, right? And so
That's the one where them and Rory were going back and forth about too, right?
yes,
Okay.
yes. So shortly after that, Charlemagne was on. Charlemagne always trying to stir up some shit, even when he not on his own show. He on $1 Million Worth of Game. See, I peeped when this happened that what he was doing, but I didn't know it was going to turn into this. So he went on there and he was like, "Yeah, man, y'all like the highest paid, you know what I'm saying, podcasters, black podcasters based off of your last deal." So, and Gilly's like, what's that number you was talking? What's the number? Shit, yeah, niggas be talking that shit. You know what I'm saying? We don't tell nobody. You know what I mean? On that type of shit, like we getting the most money. You know what I mean? So it's like, so the unspoken thing that they were saying is, how is this nigga number one and we getting the most money?
I mean, he has a whole network though.
Yeah, but they didn't mention Joe Budden. You feel me? They didn't mention his name, but reading between the lines, it's like, why y'all bringing this up now? Why does it matter that they're getting the most money?
Because Charlamagne is probably the one. He instigating.
Yeah, he messy, right? So that passed. That happened probably like a month ago. So it was a minute ago when that happened.
Okay, Charlamagne, you being real messy, and don't you got a network too, sir? Just calm down a little bit.
So then Joe Budden, during his intro to one of his shows, was like, "Yo, niggas talking all that money shit. He has a really small window in his bedroom
behind his headboard.
The headboard's covering the window. He was like,
yo,
he's
Joe's
a really
fucking
small
troll.
window, and he just says that shit.
He went really hard on that corner of his household.
Yes,
like
no, because Joe is a troll.
He's like, look,
small bedroom window.
He's like, niggas know it ain't really like that. It ain't really like that. Niggas got small window. You know what I'm saying? So
was he trying to call it a basement? Because that's what that gives. If he's trying to say
that, somebody,
if he's trying to say that you have a small window at the top of your bedroom, that gives basement.
You live in the basement.
Because what other, you get what I mean? Unless it's a bathroom or something, like I've seen skylines and stuff like that, but I guess is what he's trying to. That's what I got from it when he said that.
It's a very odd location for a window in a bedroom. You know
if it's not a below surface level, I'll say that.
Who, Gilly? I don't know.
I think like 2 or 3. I mean, I follow him, so I know his house ain't small.
No, I'm not saying that, but it's like, I mean, he could have a whole finished basement that he has his bedroom in.
That's not what it is.
But I'm trying to understand the punchline. That's why I said maybe he's trying to say
bedroom. That'd be amazing.
So Gilly then said, what did he say back to Joe? Oh, something about, niggas be beating their women and in and out of rehab.
Yeah.
The shit that people say, right, about Joe. And then did Joe say something back?
Poor Tink Tink.
Yeah.
Tink Tink.
He said something about the
selling ass.
Selling ass.
Yeah, because Gilly was like, holla at me when you get some ad money. And he was like, y'all out here selling ass.
For cheap.
Yeah, for cheap. Because Joe...
Wait, who said that? Who was selling ass?
Joe said that about Gilly. Because when he says selling ass, so he means that y'all are getting these ads to pay y'all. You know what I'm saying?
No, yeah.
Cheap. Because Joe... So Joe... In Joe's defense, Joe is one of the pioneers of this space.
No,
right?
yeah.
Like, he was doing this shit before
He was vlogging before a lot of people. Even before YouTube was a really, really big thing.
Joe Budden TV. I remember all that shit. And I just feel like Joe... He understands that the big bag is down the line. So he'll take a sacrifice. Like, they were doing their podcast for free for mad long, and he refused to take ads. I remember with him, Rory, and Maul, like, he would talk about it. They refused to take ads, and then eventually they did a partnership with Spotify, and they were getting a Spotify bag. But it wasn't like, Ciroc came through and said, we'll give you a bag to promote our liquor. I'm sure they wanted to. All these companies wanted him to do that. But he was like, nah, y'all not giving me what I'm really worth. You know what I'm saying? Or at least what he believes he's worth. Because he could be wrong. You know what I'm saying? Shit can go down the line and he could be wrong, but that's what he believes. And he's always been on that shit. And now it does appear, and I don't know Joe, but I don't, follow his podcast that closely to understand where their money is coming from. But it does appear that him and the people on that podcast are eating in some capacity. Now, Gilly and Wallow, their wins have been publicized. You know what I'm saying? They got a contract with Barstool Sports and they paid them this to do, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it's been big numbers. I forget the exact numbers. I don't want to be misquoted, but they're big numbers and it's public. Joe Budden's numbers are like, shh. All people know is it's number one. Like on, if you go to the fucking Apple list or whatever podcast list, he'll be number one. And he's been that way for a long time, but no one really knows how much money he's getting. So I'm thinking from Gilly's perspective, Gilly sees that as you're number one, but if you had some ad money, you would be getting money like us. So we're getting more money, but you have more listeners. What matters more,
Right.
the money or the listeners? And Joe's like, nigga, first of all, you don't know how much money I'm getting. Secondly, I'm holding out to get a bigger bag, and you know, I just don't really know. Gilly then took a video of his setup, and it was like 11 cameras or some shit. He had mad cameras, and like apparently they were like expensive ass cameras, and he was just like showing. He counted them.
Right.
He was just like 1, and there's another one, 2, and there's another one. And he was like, ha. He was like, and we still got the paper blinds because he did the whole shit.
Gilly just a hood nigga.
Yeah.
Like I follow him. So when the BMW just released a whole new line, fly vehicles, Gilly was the first nigga I seen that had one. Touch screens everywhere, the tablets everywhere in the doors, like, you know what I'm saying. So like they're getting money, but Gilly also just a hood nigga. He still live in Philly. He still like live in his.
He live in Jersey, I think. Don't he?
Like when I be seeing him, he be in Philly. You know what I'm saying?
I think he live like in Pensacola or some shit. I don't know. But I heard people be telling me to be seeing him.
They live locally.
Yeah, they be seeing him at the gas station. I think he got a son or some shit.
He probably gonna get some Spanish food. That's why.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. They be shaking and moving.
But right outside of Philly. If it's, you know what I'm saying, that might as well be Philly.
And then even like if you look at the type of people that's on their show versus, you know, the Joe Budden podcast, it's a whole different kind of vibe. I think Gilly more connected with the streets, keep it real. You know what I'm saying? Connected to who he was before he got the bread. And Joe Budden seems like he's trying to separate himself from.
Yeah, well, Joe Budden.
I feel like they come from two different sides of the streets, and that's why. And we'll just say that.
Well, Joe Budden, I mean, to compare their podcast as far as their guests, I mean, Joe Budden's podcast is not a interview-based platform.
I would say a
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's you know, he has more of a cast. And they all give their perspective. You know what I'm saying? Similar to the way we have things here, where like occasionally we'll have a guest, but it's like we have a podcast without that. Whereas like Million Up with the Game,
They do interviews.
Math Hoffa podcast, Drink Champs, those shows, they have to have a guest to have a show. And I'm not saying one's better than the other, but I'm just saying that's
It's guest
the
based.
difference. Yeah, exactly. It's guest based, it's interview based. It's like, who can we interview? And that's why Joe Budden's podcast, he does it twice every week, period. Those other podcasts are kind of like sporadic. You feel me? Because they only do shows when they have a guest. They might batch them. They might you know, not have a show for like 2 months, and then hit you every week or every 2 weeks because they built up these interviews over that time period. Them niggas from Gilly and them will go on location somewhere.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just a different platform. I agree with you though that Gilly is definitely more connected to the streets at this point in his career and his life than Joe. Like Joe, you know, Joe, the character of Joe Budden is like, he ain't no bitch. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he'll stand up for himself, but he not really
I lost
with the shits.
I can't even think of what it is, but it's like it's some YouTube channel that be talking about like all the gangsters in New York and Jersey and shit. And it was one about, it wasn't about Joe, but it was about somebody, and I guess a nigga had pulled up on Joe, and like it was way back in the day because they said the nigga was in a H3 in a Hummer.
Oh
and
shit!
Nigga pulled a strap on him, but the gun
Hummer.
jammed. And then the police like ran down on Bull and got him and everything, but Joe testified. So it was like that for me. He lost a lot of credibility.
That takes him out of the street nigga conversation. Yo, speaking of that, man, you saw about P.
Yeah, that he snitched. Well, not snitched, but he testified against a dude that killed his brother.
Yeah, they said that. They said he told, and they got paperwork. What's the boy, Jake? 10 something Jake? What's his name? 1060, 1090 Jake?
The white boy.
Yeah, the white boy.
Yeah.
He posted the paperwork or whatever.
Like that's his thing too.
Yo, and I don't know if I agree with that.
Well, posting paperwork?
Like, for that to be your thing.
To post paperwork?
Yes. Like, I understand why it matters. Like, I'm saying, like, I understand why it matters. Well, all right. I understand why some people's paperwork matters. Some people's paperwork, you know, they not no street nigga. They not into no shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, just because, like, rapping is not exclusively a street nigga profession.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? It's not, now it's a lot of street niggas in this profession. But let's separate it. Like, let's, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because it's like, it's just fucked up because you put somebody paperwork out there, even if they not a quote unquote street nigga. Now their name is is mud.
Yeah, because like
I feel like that puts people in danger too. Sometimes
it could.
Yeah, I don't know about rapping the whole paperwork thing. Like at the end of the day, I'm not going to sit there and catch a case with a person like 6ix9ine and think that he's going to hold it down for me.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna look at him like, yeah, you're gonna tell, buddy.
Yeah, so I'm not.
And my thing is with P, like he's not no. I mean, I don't know what he's come out and said about being a street nigga, but he's a CEO of a record label. I never heard him say like.
But what about Gunna? You said you wouldn't do nothing with 6ix9ine and think he's not gonna tell. But Gunna, who carried himself as
those are situations. I mean, look,
but see, you can't speak on that because we don't know yet.
Yeah, I don't know.
We don't know yet.
Yeah,
because the whole thing about when he posted his song, that changed the whole narrative. Like, all right, maybe shit ain't you know.
Maybe he told
they said
him,
wait till we hear from Thug.
Bruh. We'll figure it out later.
All right. I'm just saying, like, sometimes it's not as clear as 6ix9ine. Right. That 6ix9ine situation, he's a clown. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we knew he's a clown from the rip. I mean, like, I never believed him.
Yeah, his whole.
I mean, I think if you pump fake it matters. Like if you're portraying to be that, and a nigga expose you, that matters. I think that's why, to me, the T.I. shit matters. You know what I'm saying? Because you portray this image of that kind of character. So when you're going back on that matters. But like if you rap, but you're really just a civilian. You know what I'm saying? Like, who was it? Young Jock. I don't know what he was doing. No. But he was like adamant this week about it. Like you know what I'm saying? Why the fuck would I not? If you killed my man's, why would I not? And I seen it. Why would I not tell on you? Like what is this?
He stood on that. Like I get what you mean. Like
like what kind of fallacy are we living where we got to uphold like. We are upholding the wrong shit as a community. You know what I'm saying?
Yo,
like
that murder shit is different, man. Like I feel like, all right, niggas. All right, for example, right? Let's just say you a nigga that sell drugs, but you ain't no killer, but you sell drugs, and your man gets, you and your mans get jammed up selling some drugs. And they ask you, and you say it's my man or my man was involved, whatever, right? It's clearly snitching. That's clear cut.
Oh yeah.
There's no question about that, right? But let's just say you a nigga that sells drugs, and somebody kills somebody. You feel me? And you just sell drugs. Like I ain't never shot nobody. I ain't never been nowhere near that type of involvement. Because just because you sell drugs don't mean that you do everything. It don't mean that you like. You know what I'm saying, it don't mean that you are with the shits. It just mean that I'm trying to get some money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and then you add on the layer of the victim who died is somebody that you love.
Yeah.
Like, you get what I'm saying? Like with the dude P, they said it was his brother. And then on top of that, I've never heard that man speak as if he was like some hardcore fucking gangster. And they said that his brother died in that whole situation. So it's like, do I not say like, oh, this nigga killed my brother? And I never heard him say that he was a super street nigga.
The alternative is you go get your get back, right?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's what the streets say. You don't sell, you go get your get back.
If that's the lane you in. Yeah.
If that's the lane you in. But that shit gets so blurry. Because I remember motherfucker was saying Meg Thee Stallion was a snitch for the shit with Tory. And we talked about it here on the pod. And niggas was like, oh, I'm saying, she ain't never say no street shit in none of her raps. I'm like, God damn. It got to get that far to where we got to say, like, you know what I'm saying? And again, I mean, I got mixed feelings about the whole Meg Tory situation, but I'm just saying, in general, if it was true that he really shot her, right, then, and she told that he did, it's like, what was the alternative?
I feel like, for me, if we're engaged in street activity, and then some street activity goes left, that's snitching.
Yeah, for sure.
Right. But if anything other than that, if you're a civilian and then it's really not.
Yeah.
But if we're engaged in this underworld lifestyle, then it has to be handled in that manner.
Like you need to do something. Like I'm just saying, like if we're talking about get back, now again, hustling together, committing crimes together, one person gets caught, they say the other nigga did it. That to me is clear black and white snitching. Like there's no way around that. You feel me? But it gets blurry when you start talking about crimes that you didn't commit. Like I didn't commit this crime, but this person committed this crime,
But back to what you said, what we said with the T.I. shit. I claim that I'm a shooter and I'm a killer. I got all these guns and shit. And y'all kill my mans, and then I go tell on y'all.
Yeah, exactly.
To me, that's not the code. Because you portray that's what kind of nigga you was.
Exactly.
That's why I'm asking y'all. Did the dude P ever give off that he was a hood nigga?
I don't know.
I mean, I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. I never heard anything about him. I just know that he runs QC, and I mean, most people that have. A lot of people running the enterprise like that usually don't get their hands dirty. They got other people to do it. So,
will we say that Diddy is snitching if it was him? Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, everybody wouldn't.
I can see Diddy snitching.
Yeah.
Like, I see that
you
for
can't
him.
say that because Diddy done made another nigga go to jail.
No, that's what I'm saying. But literally that's what I'm saying about
shit.
P. It's like I don't know. Like I feel like now he has money where like he would get somebody else to do the dirty work. Like he don't seem like a in the streets nigga. Like it just doesn't.
I don't know.
It doesn't give that.
I done heard stories about Puffy from back in the day.
Like P.
No, I'm talking about the nigga P from QC that they're saying.
I don't know enough
has
about
paperwork that these people exposed recently.
I don't know enough about it.
It just sucks, man. This whole snitch culture, man. Because it's like.
Well, Lil Kim just recently came out and said that Puffy did her dirty.
Who?
Little Kim, she was like, Puffy didn't send me no money. You didn't see that? It was like an old interview with her.
Wow. When she did her year?
While she was in jail, she was over the phone talking about him.
Like I used to feel that way about Puffy, and then I watched a Jadakiss interview, and Jadakiss was like, you know, the thing about Puffy is you need to pay attention to the crumbs he's dropping, and you need to capitalize off of that. He's this nigga so business minded. He's not gonna ever give you what you worth. But being around him and soaking up that game is where you benefit from.
Well, I'm talking about her going to jail and all that. Yeah. Like she just said that he talked her into doing that, and then just left her dry. Like,
yeah, but I'm just saying the whole snitch shit. Because Lil Kim is another example. Like, you know what I'm saying, like she didn't tell and she went and did her year. Like, you know what I'm saying, and that's cool. Like, I'm not against someone standing tall and accepting a charge on behalf of other people that have a harsher penalty potentially coming their way. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I get that.
But do you think it's required of you?
No, I don't.
Like if we all did something and I'm the only one with no record, you'd be like, yo, you got it. You have to take this because you don't got no record.
I don't think that is. See, me, right, in my seat, I wouldn't think it's required of you. But I would hope that you thought it was required of you. Not you specifically, but I'm just saying in situations, I would just hope that the person who...
This is some gang affiliated shit. So
yeah, and again, you're not required. Like from my perspective, I can't be mad at you if you don't do it. But I will hope that you will be like, you know.
See, I done seen it two ways. I know a nigga that was riding with his OG and they got pulled over and the OG threw the dope on his lap when the police came.
Yeah, I know.
But I also know niggas that was like, you know what I'm saying? Hey, yo, my situation different than yours. Give it to me. I'm going to take it. You know what I'm saying? So I done seen both sides of it.
I mean, I told this on the podcast before, though. Like, I was in a situation where I was young and I didn't know, like, the laws. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, I definitely didn't tell nobody nothing like that. But I'm just saying, me and somebody else who had more to lose got caught with something. And I said it wasn't mine. He said it wasn't his, and we ended up both getting charged for it. And because I had no priors, all I got was a fine. You feel me? Like he had to go do some time. He had to go sit. And I didn't. Now, if I knew then what I know now, I would have just said it was mine because I would have got the same shit.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? And he would have been home. He'd been cool. You feel me? But I didn't know no better. Nobody told me. Nobody taught me. I was a kid. You know what I'm saying? And then years later, a similar situation happened with me and somebody else, and that person took it. Like, you know what I'm saying? That other person, they said, nah, it's mine, you know, because they knew that, you know, even at that point, it wasn't no big deal for me either. But he knew that it wasn't going to be no big deal for him, so he said, I'll take it. And I was just like...
Oh, that's why.
Yeah, I was like, oh.
Seeing another full circle moment.
I'm like, that's how that works.
Well, remember,
that's what you're supposed to do.
Roscoe P. Cold-Chain said, "Don't take no time for nobody." Remember?
Yeah, I remember.
See, I don't know. I can and I can't.
Roscoe P.
I can and I can't agree with that. Like
he said, I was up there with niggas that was down for 15 years.
It was
for
like
somebody else
I
shit.
wish I would have told.
Mm-hmm.
He said they was in jail talking about they been out for 20 years.
But that means in your heart you wasn't really who you said you was.
But my thing is,
That
are
mean
you
you wasn't really
but
who
my
you
thing
said
is, are
you
you
was.
really my
Alright.
friend though? If you just left me, like,
But
and
I
let
think the
me
point was-
get time for your crime, like,
No. But I'm saying, okay, so hypothetically, I've been in a situation where before we even left, we established what it was going to be.
Now that's what it should be all the time.
Before we left to go do what we was going to do, hypothetically, we established what it was going to be.
Yeah, I've had them
Okay.
conversations. I've had them conversations. You feel me? Like, yo, if something happened, this is what we gonna do. Yeah, for sure. But it don't always happen. It should.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And then it's who you move with too. You know what I'm saying? Like I know who I'm going to do certain things with. You know, my stepdad used to be like, we'll pull up somewhere. He'd be like, yo, you see that bank right there? Well, how would you rob it? And then I would tell him, he'd be like, this how you gonna get caught. And he'd tell me every way that I fucked up. You
Yo,
know what I'm
it's
saying?
funny, he
Like
sound
so,
like my dad.
like you know what I'm saying? Weird shit like that. That he'll be like, no, this is how you gonna get fucked up because you got too many niggas involved with what you trying to do. Niggas, whatever you doing out here, you better just do it by yourself because it's less people. You know what I'm saying? You better know who you moving with. You better really know the integrity of the type of people you moving with because that's how you get in them situations.
That's real.
See, that's why I don't commit crimes, because my integrity level is very high, and I just can't be doing none of that.
I mean, but see, this is because I came up from it. What one person considers a crime is another person consider what the fuck they got to do to eat. What the fuck they got to do to
No,
survive.
yeah, but my thing is, it's all a mindset though, because I could be down to my bottom fucking dollar, and to me, I feel as though I don't have to commit a crime to make money. Like, I can find ways not to do that. Like, you get what I mean? And I'm not saying that nobody else can, but some people like instant gratification. They rather just, because it is a lot easier ways to do things, but it just depends on your mindset.
Yeah, man. Look, at the end of the day, man, know what the fuck you're getting into before you get into some shit.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, insane. But like again, I don't know, man. I feel like motherfucker. All right, about the whole exposing paperwork shit. I feel like people that are involved with these situations, you know, the paperwork is public information, right?
Yeah.
So if you got locked up, or if your man's got locked up behind some shit that some other nigga was involved in, and you was able to look it up, and now you know, handle your handles, so be it.
Ooh, it's
But
hot.
people that's out here like this nigga Jake, the white bull, and he's just looking for niggas paperwork all day and posting it on Instagram.
Paperwork party.
Man, I don't know about that.
And that's another thing. Who is he to call somebody's bluff either? That's why I don't be. What credentials does this white man have that he could just be pulling niggas' paperwork?
I mean, he been down before. He been locked up.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's what I'm asking.
That's the
so
thing.
he has a story.
Yeah,
okay.
he has a story.
All right. Okay.
And I can say like most of the
my
time when I've seen it, it's been like what I said before, people capping and him calling them on their
Okay.
bullshit. Not necessarily. I'm just gonna go post your paperwork up just to post your paperwork.
Dope ass way to capitalize on some shit. You got a whole bunch of capping ass people that you know that's
No, but that's why I'm asking y'all. I don't know who this man is. That's why I'm asking y'all his intentions, because it's all about why he's doing it, and if he's been through some shit. That's why I'm like,
battle rap boy did that.
he can't call it other people for capping if he's a capper. You get what I'm saying?
Nah, now that was crazy. It was
He passed out the paperwork
Yo,
to
white
everybody.
boys, at that point, you need to turn around and just walk
Just
away
walk off stage,
slowly.
bro.
He was like, you said you did this, da 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 da, but you be capping, and I got the papaperwork, and now it's right here, and I'm gonna pass it out to everybody in here
And that
so we
shit
can
a
be
Homer
clear
Simpson in
as
the
to what you know
bushes
what I'm saying.
in the crowd.
And he passed it around. Page 7, it says paragraph 13, where he broke that shit.
Broke it down.
down.
Lit.
Yo, and the boy was just like,
Nah,
he wanted to cry. He wanted to cry so
Nah,
bad.
he
shoulda.
had to get blinked in the parking lot.
He
Yes.
should have.
Yo.
See, and there we go. And that's how crime starts.
That's different. That's different than the one white boy that said, they said I can't say the N-word in this battle.
And then he said it. Nah.
But my nigga,
What? Smooth on.
No, but you know what? I didn't get the black savior that tried to jump in and save him.
Because that was his homie. That was his
Nigga, I
homie.
don't give a fuck.
Oh, that's in the blue hood.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, niggas said-
I'm sorry. Like, he know what he was doing when he said, like you said, it was a it would have been a conversation said in the car. Like, if you say that fucking one bar, nigga, you are on your own, pussy. Like, you are on your own in a room full
What
of black
were you
people.
thinking?
If you say that bar, you are on your own.
Look,
Like,
look, he didn't really mean to step up like that because he ain't really swing because he hey,
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He ain't really like, he was
And then-
trying to
He
do.
knew he was on camera in the playback. He wanted to look like he was supporting his homies.
Borden catch him
Nigga,
clean enough.
sit down.
Like he hit him, but he ain't really catch him clean.
He slipped a little bit.
Yeah.
Cause I think you gonna lose your little your
Yeah,
bag.
yeah, yeah,
You lose your bag if you
gave him a mush punch.
Yeah, you lose your bag if you physically
Which mom,
assault
man?
somebody.
That nigga said.
But I'm gonna say this though, cause
He definitely gave him. I wish he would
even though that turned me off to the battle rap shit, like people not really being authentic, it would, like, especially the niggas that was coming from out of state, some Florida niggas, some Boston niggas, they would be pulling. It would be niggas in their crew. They might not be live, but it's niggas they came with that is, and it's a truck full of guns outside. So everybody just be cool.
They said I can't say the N word in this battle. But my nigga.
That's why I'm waiting for Logic to finally say master and nigga in a room full of black
says it all
people.
the time.
In a room full of black. His dad don't count. That's not a room full of black people.
Logic, man. Whenever you want to
His 1/3 black father. His one third black father in the TV being on is not him being in a room full of black people. I need to see him say that shit that he was saying online around black people.
Logic, he be wild. He be
Social experiment.
Yeah, he wrestling with his demons and shit.
Yeah.
He got
He can see the master and the slave. That's what he said.
Together, man, because they talking about niggas is wild.
He said, "Right, Dad, you a nigga, right?"
Yeah, right. Hey, Dad, remember we saw those niggas the other day? They were fucking crazy.
Then he started freestyle. What was that? I swear that was the dumbest shit I ever seen in them videos where they do the lyrics.
Oh,
He started off, he was like, yeah, because you know, this song was just really dear to my heart. It just described me. And he was like, yeah, because you know I'm the master and the nigga. I'm like, all right, enough. Nigga and master in the first fucking bar, and you said it.
But you know who cares about that more? White people.
No, but that's what I
you
mean.
mean?
Like, who are you trying to be cool
because
for?
look, because I have
So
an
was it
I have an
black? I felt
interracial
that.
I have an
I didn't
interracial
feel none
son
of
that's
that
very
shit.
fair skinned. Black people don't give a fuck about if he say nigga or not. It'd be the white people that be like, yo, you could actually say
No, that's what I mean. It's like a cool thing for him. That's
they're
what I
impressed.
mean.
right. They're impressed.
Like,
got that
wow,
off.
you get to
Yeah.
say nigger. Like that, and that's probably how they say
Not the
it.
strong
Like,
R,
no. Like, no.
It sounds wrong for me.
right. Whoever says it.
Whoever
Whoever
said
says
it,
it.
man.
Exactly. I had a half black man call me a nigger, and I was like,
That
wow.
motherfucker from the
Take me off this
Nigerian-
podcast.
And look, it don't matter. The hard R is
You on a
always
podcast,
just
motherfucker, nigga?
cringeworthy. I don't know why. It's just,
Don't do that.
I didn't know what podcast this niggas on.
Yeah, y'all supposed to pull up.
Give me the Addy. Drop the pin. Drop the pin. You
Right? Y'all. See, y'all cap. Y'all cap.
Yeah, no,
like,
right? Damn.
y'all got me looking like I cap. I'm cap. Like I've been talking about I'm with niggas that get active. I mean,
Niggas that get active.
That's
Man, I've had a laugh like that. Whoa,
look and they say stuff like that.
man. Give us the Addy, yo.
Yo, I'm crying. Edit this out.
Yeah.
I'm hot.
Nah, that was a good one. That was a good one. All right. So every week on the Watch This podcast, we do add a song to our playlist. Damn,
Damn, I didn't even realize I had on a Biggie shirt. That's crazy. And I was talking all that shit about Diddy.
you didn't even realize you had a
I forgot.
that's crazy.
Yo, I actually hope is my.
I feel like Biggie
Yeah,
told
because
me to say
I mean,
that.
yeah,
Because like he took advantage of my boy.
Dre artist. He picked last week because he was the like guest, but it's 2
Biggie,
weeks
give
in a
me
row.
one
He's
more
not a guest
chance.
no more.
Put Biggie, give me one more chance on there. Because we need to give Big one more chance.
It could be the. Do you know the original One More Chance?
He's Brooklyn's finest.
Original One More Chance is
From a dude from down south.
nah.
I don't like this. I'm about to.
It's
not,
on
I'm
his
about to not
album,
wear
but it
this.
wasn't-
I
it
didn't
wasn't
realize
the,
they had that saying on here.
It wasn't the One More Chance that we know. The single was the remix.
It's an old song.
But the original One More Chance is on his album, and it wasn't.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think how the shit go because it was like real. It was real vulgar. It wasn't that like smooth. Like
It's the one where he said he was going to suck her dad dick.
No, that's the.
that was
remix.
me and my bitch.
Oh, okay.
The song we know famously is the remix. The album version is a completely different beat. It's a completely different song.
Give me one more chance.
Yeah, because on the album it's oh Biggie, give me one more chance. I got the good dick, girl. You didn't know. What's the verse though? It's some shit like it's something real vulgar. I keep thinking of the Little Kim shit, but it's not that. It's not the. Anyway, back.
It was like Total and Faith and stuff singing it, right?
yeah,
Yeah, it was
on the remix.
total.
Hold on. watch
First
this.
things first, I pop a freaks all the honeys. He was doing a little something with himself.
Yo, Biggie was.
I just don't like the fact
Biggie
this
was
is
that
rated
nigga,
R.
man.
I
He
might
was.
not
He was
never
a
wear
very.
this again.
Hold on, damn, there's so many songs on here.
It got to be my week because I know what was coming up.
So Guillotine was you, Love Yours was you, In the Cut was me, Monte Cristo, Bodie James, that was probably McFly.
Yeah,
Okay, it's you.
Baby King, Gang Activities.
Okay.
Yo, that reaction from Soul always cracks me up, yo. Okay. You sound like to me? You sound like when motherfucking Friday, when the mom was talking to Miss Parker,
She's like,
and she was
"Call
like,
me later,
"Call me
girl."
when you get off of work." She was like, "Okay." Yeah, and she was like, "Bitch, why you told me to, like, I gotta go to work and you in your lawn watering your lawn tomorrow. Call me when you get off work." Okay, I fucking hate you. All right.
No, that definitely wasn't like a I fucking hate you. It was
No,
just
not
giving.
yours, not
It
yours,
was
but
just
that's how
giving
this
like
shit
I
is.
literally just said that. I'm like, y'all don't get active. We had the jokes and stuff. So not Scoop. Truth is like, fuck all
No,
that
because y'all
other
said
shit.
I only be listening to that old school player shit.
No, but that's
so
what I'm
I
about to
had
say. He like, fuck the
but you
pimp
do
shit
know.
today.
Yeah, I do.
No, but that's why I said
That
that because he
player
like
shit.
fuck the pimp shit today. Play that gang shit.
Alright,
Put
so-
that gang shit on there.
So Baby Keem Gang Activities has been added to the playlist. It's
Yeah.
on Tidal. You can check it out.
Is it, you said Baby Keem?
Yeah.
I've heard of him.
It's Kendrick cousin.
Yeah, he got Kendrick. He
Oh,
got-
that's Kendrick's
His
cousin.
cousin.
Look at that.
Keem.
King,
K-E-M.
yeah.
That's cute. I definitely heard him before.
So you add that to the playlist. So give us 8 bars.
I want to do a poem.
Here you go with your bullshit.
She always say that.
Why? See, you see how it is when people only
No,
want to
what's- no,
use
but
you
that's
for
funny, though,
like
'cause what
the
we was talking
art that
about,
they want to use you for, man.
What's Megan's boyfriend name?
Partisan.
Partisan?
Yeah, because that nigga just dropped a spoken word about Megan.
I know, I seen it, and I love
Yeah.
Oh,
that.
no,
So-
true. Whisper the bars to her, and you can like rap them.
Okay, we playing telephone. Y'all want to do telephone?
Yo, nah, we say some wild shit.
No, it would be telephone. I'll say it however I. You know?
Interpret it.
Do the 27 pimp rules in spoken word.
I feel like it's gonna sound like A$AP Rocky song when he be like, "Roll my blunt, get my cup, meet my That's what's up."
That's my bitch.
Oh, y'all seen what they named
That's my bitch.
they named their son?
Yes, and I love it because she been wearing Wu-Tang shit
RZA.
since the baby been born.
Really?
Yes.
Spell
RZA.
Wait, is the baby here?
Yeah.
Yes. What you
Wait,
mean?
the second baby.
No, this is the first
Oh, the
baby.
The first baby was RZA.
About the second baby.
Because A$AP Rocky has something dealing with A$AP
They
Rocky's
just
name.
revealed the name recently or something.
Yeah, I guess so.
Oh, okay. Because baby been here because she's pregnant. So,
But she's been wearing a lot of Wu-Tang stuff since he's been born, and that's why I said that's some
RZA's
Pisces
like-
ass shit.
peace. Bang bang. Bang bang. I think it's like bang bang. Doodle doodle. Bobby Digital. All right, man. I'm about to press the button. man.
Yo.
I love that.
Now, I'm gonna give y'all some bars before we leave, man.
There you go.
All right, let's go. Come on.
Hey, yo, you know what's so crazy though? I had a homie though. We played basketball together. That nigga loved Bobby Digital. So a couple months ago, I'm like, let me go listen to Bobby Digital again. It wasn't it.
He said,
It wasn't.
Yo.
It wasn't.
nah, that's not it.
I kind of liked Bobby Digital, man. That was
I mean, maybe it was dope in '99, 2000.
It was. That's why I was listening to it.
All right.
Yeah.
So you give the first bar.
All right, shout out to VE, y'all. I got new trucker hats.
We're gonna do 4
I
bars.
got new trucker
Hold on.
hats.
Oh, we're gonna
Shout
try
out
this
to
out.
us.
We're gonna do four bars. It's gonna go around like
Excuse
this.
me.
Like that,
My bad.
I got new trucker hats. The fuck?
The fuck?
They're cool as hell.
Commercial right there.
And then also Truth has on his bucket hat. So,
Word
Summer's spinning the block.
Yeah.
Cop the fuck up.
Summer spinning the ball.
Cop the fuck up and spinning the block like Drake, you feel me? And you don't want to be too late, you feel me?
Yo, Summer is spinning the block.
It is.
And don't you wait. So, yeah, hop on the website. They about to spit some bars.
No, we all are.
We all are.
It's 4 bars.
One
1,
bar.
2, 3, 4.
I just spit my bars. I said, don't be late. Don't you wait. The drip is here.
you gonna end it off. Go
Don't
ahead.
ever be too late.
Go ahead.
All right, go ahead.
My bars is rock soft.
What was it again? What'd you say, Wes?
Oh man,
Hold on. All right, hold on. This is the rules, right? You have to say the bar before your bar too,
wait.
and then say your bar. No, not you, because you're first. Because it has to all flow.
This reminds me of one of them dance TikToks.
It has to all flow. So how does shit
This
go?
reminds me of one of them dance TikToks. I don't like it.
My bars is rock soft.
My bars is rock soft. My balls, yo, hot ball.
I'm good.
Watch this.